and for this nation to lead that football team, as well as the people in, in Army and Navy and places of the like. But, we have a relationship with you, and we wanted you to come on, and we're excited about this football season for you. And speaking of that, obviously, you've stated before that your goal is to make a bowl game, every year at the Air Force Academy, because it is hard, sometimes because of the grade restrictions that you have to work with. You have to make sure your guys are good people and good students first, but you also play in a good conference. So let's talk a little bit about the Mountain West. Obviously, this is, the TCU era is winding down in the Mountain West, while the Boise era is just beginning. Talk about what it's like having a team like Boise in the Mountain West and how it's going to make the other teams in your conference better, even though you did lose Utah and BYU. You talk about what it means to gain a Boise State.
Well, I think look, anytime you have a very strong, not just team, but a program, and what we're going to do is you look on the horizon, over the next year and a half, we're also going to be able to bring the opponent does too. They only have 5 days. So, the key part is during the month of August is making sure you take some time for that particular opponent. And that way when you get to that week that's a little bit of a short week, you feel like you're extremely well prepared. What's neat about it is we just found out 2 days ago that on October 1st, we play at Navy, and that's on CBS. So CBS that day is going to have the Air Force Navy game, and after that have 2 SEC games. And the next week, October 8th, we play at Notre Dame on NBC. And then, as you mentioned, 5 days later there on October 13th, what we're going to do is we're going to play a Thursday night game on national TV against San Diego State.
Well, Coach, it definitely seems like that your program is getting a lot of national respect, more than just from being a service academy. You guys have won a lot the last couple of years. Speaking of Notre Dame in particular, this is a team that many people are high on Coach Kelly, and some people have even said it's not a question of when this guy, if this guy wins the national title, if Notre Dame does win. Is that the kind of teams you want to play, or are you trying to actually get to a point where you can build a national profile and compete week in and week out on a big national stage? Because it seems as though your team the last couple of years have improved from one year to the next.
Yeah, it's been fun to see the development of our program. We have won a bunch of football games here over the last 4 years. And really, you get in any of you're still somewhat young, believe it or not, in terms of, you end up getting a feel for each school, but it's a little bit different to find out who you got to recruit and thrive within your particular school, especially at the Air Force Academy. But nationally, we do want to play those games. The recent years, you look down to Knoxville to play Tennessee. And a bunch of home and homes, obviously, with TCU and UConn, BYU. Going to play Miami Dade in the game after that San Diego State game. We're going to play out Boise State. Last year, I went to Norman to play Oklahoma. This year, we'll go back to South Bend. Next year, we're going to play at Michigan. Those are what's tough to Air Force Academy. You yearn for challenges. Just because of the growth and the spiritual life, and you get it all the way around. So they get it academically, and they get it completely in regards to your military and leadership responsibilities within your squadron. And you know what? It's okay to go play, go after another football part of it too.
Well, Coach, your last game was at Colorado State, and of course that's an in-state game. Talk about playing Colorado State and the Colorados whenever they appear on the schedule. How important is that to play the in-state schools in Colorado? Because me and Nick, of course, we're always big on Alabama versus Auburn, but we're still waiting on, Alabama versus UAB and all that good stuff. Talk about the in-state games. Does that get you pumped up a little bit more?
Well, you guys know probably as well as any state in the country just how healthy it is. For not only college football, win the conference. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Nick. I like Tim Jefferson at quarterback, Asher Clark at running back, Wesley Cobb at fullback, the receiving core, just the offensive line play and the defensive play. I think it's a very well-coached team, and I think Coach Calhoun is going to have this team rolling. I think a Mountain West championship is very possible.
And I think playing a team like Notre Dame too. I mean, even if you drop a Mountain West game somewhere that you think you should have won, which most teams usually do if you're not a national championship caliber team, even if you drop a game somewhere, playing a Notre Dame is going to make you so, I guess, ready for the challenges ahead. And I just feel like that you got a real good shot to win the conference this year. There's been a three-way tie between F40 Boise and TCU, but definitely think you got a shot at this year, Coach. Well, we're looking forward to playing. I mean, the fun part is this time of year you get a chance to discuss and hash out and think about possibilities. But the real key part of it is when you get a chance to go play football. And it seems as though the bottom line that keep getting better for your conference each year too. The point certified thing has worked out nicely. So you got opportunities to actually travel and play in some different bowl games that you didn't play in the past. And so that seems as though it would be exciting for your program also. It would be another booster for what we want to build here. And that's it. We want to build a program. We want to have obviously have one team that's really, really good. A bunch of 12 or 15 years saying that we'll one day have a program where you see pretty good consistency in terms of having one team to play the bowl games, but most of all, graduating some guys are going to be great officers.
Well, Coach, thank you for coming on today, and enjoy the 4th of July weekend. And we respect and love everything that you and the Air Force Academy does for this great country.
Well, thank you, guys. Thanks for how much you mean to college football. Absolutely, Dan and I. We're not supposed to be fans. We're supposed to be media people, but I think when it comes to service academies, I think we all are fans, and we actually want to see all the service academies do well, but especially you, Coach. We wish you the best of luck. I tell you what, you're playing some really good teams this year, that's for sure. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. All right, thank you, Coach. God bless you, okay? Okay, you too. Enjoy your weekend, guys. All right, bye-bye.